Hi everybody, I'm Kitt Nyang'aya and this is Martin.
Hey guys.
So today we are going to be discussing long distance relationships. We're going to be answering your long distance relationship questions and I hope you enjoy. And this is your friendly reminder to subscribe. Road to 100,000.
Wow. Highway, you mean? Arizona.
Correct.
Traffic and this.
Let's get it.
Let's jam.
Let's get into it.
Changed all the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits.
So a little backstory about our long distance relationship.
Yeah, so Kitt and I started dating Feb 5th, 2006. Then during the time, of course, you know, it was right after IB, so the next step was university. And so, you know, she was going to, was it UN?
No, I applied to universities in the UK.
Yeah, you applied to
and universities here.
Yeah, so you applied to universities UK and here. Then she ended up going to UN, then USA thereafter. Then I got the opportunity to go to UK. So in September of the same year, I flew out to UK for what was going to be a 3-year journey, or 3-year course. Yeah, so I was going to graduate about September 2009. And so that meant we were about to commit to a 3-year haul.
And then when you were leaving, you were like, please can we, you know, let's keep the relationship going. And I was like, do you remember?
No.
You were like, you know, I still want to be your girlfriend, I'm coming back for you, I want to marry you. And me, I was like, that's what people say.
Lyrics.
You know, literally that's what people say. I didn't buy it.
Yeah,
I didn't believe you, and I did not hold it against you if you went and never came back.
In fact,
I didn't hold it
what
against you.
I do remember was the night I was flying out. Your level of crying at the airport
was like a breakup.
Was like a funeral. Like
I was mourning the death of the relationship.
Me, I didn't know. Me, I was still in the relationship as I was going up the escalator. Anyway, so I was just looking back. I was
like, well, that's
then
it. That's
you fainted.
That's I didn't. I just.
I
was just
You're
crying
dramatic. You've been dramatic for a long time. So, you know, you were crying. My heart was breaking. I was feeling so bad. Then when I was now going, I saw you drop. And I was like, she's dead. She's dead. Anyway.
She's dead because I've
gone. I was just like, yeah. So that was a really tough moment. Yeah, just remember that.
Yeah.
So that's what was happening.
Yeah, I was mourning.
You were breaking up.
I was breaking up with him. I was mourning.
Without saying so.
I knew you would not come back. I knew you would not come back.
You didn't know you deserve it. It wasn't about me, it was you.
Yeah, so anyway, I didn't buy it. I was like, well, there he goes. And that's the last time I'm going to see or hear from him again.
Yeah.
And then he surprised me by coming back.
So after what I do, hey, I was a man on a mission.
Yeah, he would come back once a year, every year.
So the first thing is, this was before WhatsApp, guys.
Yeah, but we are going to answer the questions. So we're just giving a little backstory and then we answer the questions.
So this is before WhatsApp, we used to catch.
Yeah, it was before WhatsApp, before Instagram, before... Was it Facebook? Was it before?
Facebook wasn't there. Facebook launched 2K7.
Yeah, there was no Facebook.
2K8. So yeah, I remember we used to catch on email.
Yeah.
Even Skype wasn't there.
Yeah.
Skype that was there, you had to pay.
Yes, there was literally no way that we could see each other.
So I used to...
For
the basic
years,
questions, so I can't say everything.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
That's what I just said.
I gotcha.
Okay. Yeah, so is that it? And then, so you would come back every year, after the year, like every year for a month.
Yeah.
And then every time he left, I was like, well, there he goes. I never expected him to come back. And I told him, but they don't hold it against you if you go and don't come back. People.
You did tell me that.
I did.
I don't remember. I didn't care.
Maybe I didn't care. You didn't care because you were like, I'm coming back anyway. Yeah, because people go to the UK, go to the States and find better opportunities.
Yeah, and I had an opportunity. Remember the Microsoft opportunity? I had an opportunity to work at Microsoft.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm coming back for you.
I was like, I'm coming back to hustle.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did.
Yes, me too. I'm glad you. Okay, so how far apart were you guys?
An 8-hour direct flight apart. That's what I know. So
we were far away. We were far away. Yeah, so I gave a 0 out of 10 recommendation.
I'd give -1 million. -1. You know what you do? If you want your enemies to suffer,
that is it. Put them in a long
distance relationship.
Like it was ghetto.
It was very hard.
It's the ghetto. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
How old were you? Did you have Kendi already? We were just dating.
No, we were dating.
Yeah,
so how old were we? So
21,
2006, 21 to 2006 to 2009.
Yeah.
To 23.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah. So in our early 20s, doing such a difficult thing.
21 to 24. We weren't even 25 yet.
It's like I would not recommend it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. I truly don't think it's worth it.
So
it was worth
I
it
wouldn't
for us.
say that.
No, Martin, it is worth it. It was worth it for us. But
tell your story. I'll tell you. I wouldn't say it's not
worth it.
So, you know, if you know what you want, it's worth it. Because
if
it
you're
worked for us.
By the way, if you're committed, well, yeah.
Even if just one of you knows what you want, it's worth it because it gives you the opportunity to prove to yourself that you can go there. Like there's so many things I learned about myself as to how long I can go without seeing. Do your parents watch this show? How long I could go without seeing Kitt,
without cuddles,
mama wings. Anyway, yeah. So, it was. Yeah. So if you know that's what you want, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay. What are some of the things you can do to still keep the relationship alive? So 3 things: communication, communication.
Then, wait. I have a 4th.
Yeah.
Good.
Communication.
Wow.
That's the only thing you have.
And I think actually, if I think about it, because we started dating in Feb, we were still Katia 9 in it. Then I had to do 3 years. So we had a friendship for 2 years, but it wasn't that intense. It was just a friendship. I think the 3 years is what created the foundation of our friendship. So because we started dating, then a few months later, well, not a few, a couple, we started dating in Feb, then in September I'm out.
Yeah.
It kind of created long distance, created friendship as the foundation of our relationship.
Yeah.
And that was really, cemented by the communication. So we used to talk of. I used to buy calling cards, £5 calling cards.
Yeah, that's like $7.50.
Yeah, at least once or twice every week.
Yeah.
And the sacrifice. So she'd make the sacrifice of making sure she's
available for the call because
available.
He's getting off work. Let's say it's 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. in the UK. That's 11 p.m. my time.
Yeah, so
that's midnight my time.
And she would always pick up.
And we'd speak for an hour.
So it doesn't matter how our day has been, we have to talk.
Yeah.
Then I had to make the commitment to, save up money, work hard, and, make the call.
Yeah. Because there was no calling card. Like for me, I would not be able to call him because it would cost. Yeah, it would not cost £5.
9 years. Cost 9 years of chopping via this. So, yeah.
Communication is the answer we're looking for. How did we resolve conflict, seeing as sometimes it's hard to do it over a device?
Communication.
When you have no option, people who have options are the ones who are saying when it's hard to do it over a device. When you have no options.
So in 2000 when I came back in 2K7, I was like, I have to make sure we are really committed to this journey. So that's when we made a promise to each other that we're going to see it through.
Yeah.
I had sensed the anxiety in Kitt every time I'd leave, or rather the time I had left.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's when we committed that, you know what, I choose you.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll be choosing you ever since. So, the way we dealt with conflict was still the same way we dealt with attraction, communication. So, you know, I remember the time you told me there was a guy you were feeling.
Right. So there was this guy in university. There was this guy I met in my class. I met him in my class, and then we just used to hang out, go for lunches, during breaks. Then I found myself, like, if I was free, if I had a free class or something, I would call him and ask him, hey, where are you? I'm in the library, let me come through. Then I go to the library, we sit, we do our work, what. When he's free, he calls me. I started to be like, wait a minute. So she calls me. So I called Martin. I was like, boss, like there's
So you can imagine guy, the first instinct is, but then you learn how to empathize and because you're also longing for her. You know, I was also longing for Kitt, and I told you about the chick I was hanging out around with a lot, but then I realized, then I ran like fleet like David. So I think the way you resolve conflict is you just get really good at communicating.
And telling the truth.
Because you don't have an option.
You have to tell the truth. Like, he can't see my face. All he can hear is my voice, my tone in my voice. He can't see my face. He can't tell if I'm lying. He can't... Nothing. You just tell the truth. You have to be open, be vulnerable. So that's good advice, even if the person is...
I think communication is even easier when you're apart.
I think you get good at it because there's nothing. There's
no judgment. Like, you can't see them to know how they're looking. Like, all you can hear is
It's true. What did it teach you about me, and what did it teach me about you? Go first.
No, I can't answer what it taught you about me. What did it teach me about you?
Yes.
I don't know. Well, if I was to think about it, I don't know. What did it teach me about Kitt? So, you know, Kitt has always, she's been catching up to my idea of her. So I don't know whether, like, I'm just thinking, did it teach me something new, or did it just affirm what I already thought? Do you get what I mean? Like, I had an idea of you, and
for me, what it taught me about you was that you would do whatever it took in life.
Still would.
Yes, I know. They're watching.
It's okay.
Stop it. Okay. Yeah, so I feel like that for me, that's what it taught me about you, and I was like, now that's a solid guy. That's a guy who will say something and do it. You know, if he's committed to the thing, he will say it, he will do it. And that made me secure, because I was like, yeah, that's a good guy. Yeah.
You know, for me, the highlights, I don't know they taught me, but the highlights of the long is every time I used to come back, Kitt's level of excitement was the same as when I'd visit her in Mountain View when we were dating or whatever. Like, she's always so excited to see me.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, when she'd come to the airport, she'd be quirky. She has one fake afro.
Yeah.
You know, she's just doing the most, but she's just being her, you know. So I loved that she kept being her during the, despite how she felt.
Yeah.
She probably felt very anxious, but how she acted was so excited and so loving.
But I was excited, and I was in love with you. I am in love with you.
Then so it also showed me your commitment. You were very committed.
Yeah.
I think I didn't give you a choice.
You did.
Oh, I did.
You did give me
By
a choice.
leaving, you had a choice.
You
also.
did give me a choice, and I chose you. Yeah. Yeah, and I continue to choose you. Woof! Okay. Did you ever want to quit?
Yeah. Often.
Yeah.
Often.
Often. It was just like,
Often.
what are we doing? Please.
Often.
What is this?
But you see, this is the thing. Like, this is the thing about quitting. Like, it doesn't yield any results, right? And if you choose something, like
quitting does not yield any result.
It doesn't. It doesn't. In fact, it just avoids you the responsibility of actually getting the result you want. Like, quitting has no outcome. It's just it's actually it's the quitting. It's a selfish nini of saying the result I want is on my terms. It's when I want it and how I want it. You don't consider that you're just a really small blip, small element in the grand scheme of the result you want. Do you get what I mean?
Martin,
so,
I'm not in charge.
You're not in charge. You're such a small blip. There are too many factors. Like, I can't make you think anything.
No.
You get what I mean?
You can suggest it.
I can suggest, but I can. So if today, you're not where I want you to be, that means you won't be where we will be. 5 years down the line.
Right.
So if you choose, and you just push and you work at it and you focus
and you hustle.
Yeah, because it's not like you are a bad person. Like, and every time I was no matter how hard it got, every time we used to talk, I was reaffirmed that she's the one I chose.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you made it easy.
Yeah. What was the hardest part about it?
I can't say on camera.
I hate it here. For me, the hardest part was I have a hard day, something I'm happy about something. I can't just call Martin and tell him. I have to wait.
Yeah.
Like, I can text him, but then the excitement,
and
there was no voice notes. There was no voice notes. There was none of that. I have to send an email. I have to send a text, and be like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this thing. I can't wait to tell you about it.
10 or 20 bob.
They were an insane amount of money. An insane. Safaricom, you've come far.
It was literally a diaper.
How much a diaper?
20 bob.
Woo! Yeah. Was it an open relationship?
Of
what is
course
that?
not.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said?
I'm not here to judge relationships. Anyway.
It was not. It was a closed relationship. Please. Are there times that there was nothing much to talk about? Yep.
You know what's so weird? There were times with Malizad stories, now you just want to hear each other.
You just breathe. You just breathe on the phone because there's nothing more to say. You have recapped the last 2 days.
Yeah.
He has recapped the last 2 days. You have dealt with whatever conflict. You have said how much you miss each other and love each other.
So, you know what I realized also about me at that time is, as Martin, I don't know whether other men are like that, but I don't need to be engaging with Kitt to like her presence. So, I can be working on, even now, I can be working on something.
This is what Martin does.
But
I'm going to tell on you, this is what Martin does. Martin will be like, please come with me, I need to run some errands. I'm literally like a backpack in the car.
Yeah.
He doesn't have much to say. In fact, he's on the phone the whole time, talking to other people, but he just wants me there.
You're like a fire to be out.
I'm just chilling.
So even during that time when we talk and whatever, talking is just part of the engagement, but the essence is being in each other's presence.
Yes.
So whether you're talking or not talking, to me, there's no difference. Like, talking isn't a sign that we're doing well together as a couple, no?
Yeah.
As it's just we're talking.
And please keep in mind, he used to call very late at night, midnight.
So
I was literally asleep. I would wake up for the call.
School
I have school. I would wake up for the call and irritate the living daylights out of Tawi because she was sleeping in the same room.
That's why we got off to a bad start.
Maybe. Yeah, because she would just be like, Kitt must whisper all night, every night. I miss you too. I love you. All of that into the phone forever and a day. Yeah. But it would just be, and sometimes it'd be like, babe, babe, and I've actually fallen asleep. Yeah.
She's a weirdo.
No.
Let's proceed.
Okay. Was I worried that as a man he wouldn't stay that long without sex?
As a man, when a woman doesn't want.
As a man, I was not worried. I have never been worried about the fidelity of my partners. That is their business. They can do whatever they want. It is their choice. It's none of my business, and I cannot control whether or not I can't control
genitals.
Can't control it. I'm not your police.
You're
I
not
can't
genital
control.
police.
No.
You've not hired
So
yourself.
no, I'm not. I was not worried. I'm not worried now. And yeah. It is what it is. Did those years affect our current communication style? Good question.
It's a good question.
You know what? I think it did. Because even now, we still prefer to talk on text.
Yeah, we talk better when we're on WhatsApping.
We talk on text, rather like not even
On
phone, because on text you can think through what you're about to say, and then you can be more deliberate to not hurt anybody's feelings and to be more conscious of what you're saying. So now, even now, we still prefer to text.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where it came from.
Yeah, and then you know, it's a weird thing. It has highly informed. It has influenced our style of communication.
Yeah.
Because we set ourselves a very unfair standard. You see, because communication was all we had, we became really good at it.
We were good. We were experts.
Like we'd talk literally twice, thrice a week for 3 years with no, and that is what really built the relationship. Now, so you can now when we came back, now we have children. You know, we don't talk to, you know, like we talk every day.
Yeah.
But it's not as intense, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I think what it has set us up for is you have to maintain this strong talking friendship.
Yeah.
Even as you evolve and grow in life.
Yeah.
So I think it set us up for success in our future,
It
especially
did.
as
I think it did.
we are now looking into our 50s. Well, I'm always looking ahead, but into our 50s, like I think during this phase, going into our 40s, we'll kind of go back there, so that, you know, when the kids are out and gone, we have such a strong friendship.
Yeah.
We're gallivanting, hopefully,
In
by
the
God's
world.
grace, across countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is somebody wrote in. I am in one and he's the one taking care of our child while I'm away. Now the issue is I feel like my daughter is not doing well in school. Her handwriting has changed. She has a lot of spelling mistakes, even though I've bought storybooks for her. I've spoken to her dad about how I feel, and he said, "You'll come correct me where you feel there's need for correction. Sometimes I feel like I give him too much pressure because I feel bad that I can't do it myself. What would you advise?" This is the 3rd year she's away from them.
So, you know, it's difficult for us to advise there because we didn't have kids.
Yeah.
And that's a whole new dimension.
Yeah, we're not even married.
We
Like
weren't
either
even
of us
married,
would
yeah,
walk
we-
away at any point if we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do empathize with the situation of, you know, him wanting you there to support and you wanting to be there.
Yeah.
So then what you kind of project is that desire, and it may come off as judgmental or
Yeah.
pushy. To say, I really get that.
By the
So
way.
I think it's if you remember that, you know, you made a choice, right? You chose this person, and second, you chose this type of relationship. So I would say, you know, don't necessarily, and it's difficult, don't submit yourself to how you feel. Submit yourself to the result you want as you converse. So if you want your man to feel you support him, and that what you're doing is in support, it's not based on, but I'm supporting. It's based on, is he feeling supported? Do you get what I mean?
Right. So it's like for her to change tact until
the goal is him feeling your intention, not you expressing your intention.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And vice versa for him.
Yeah.
If he wants to communicate that, actually I just miss you and wish you were here.
Yeah.
It's not based
So
on...
it's not about the child.
No. The child has nothing to do with it. The child has
Even
nothing.
though the child is the current issue, the child has got nothing to do with it. And I feel that even now, if either of us are going on a trip or we're going away and we'll be away for a few days, we fight. Because, and over something else. Or it's not even about the going away, it's called separation anxiety. And you're always just like, you feel bad that the person is going. You know, and you just pick a fight for nothing so that you can cope and deal with it. So you're fighting over the fact that you're away, rather than, like, it has got nothing to do with the child, and the child not having a good handwriting is neither here nor there. I mean,
it's totally irrelevant. And actually,
it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Yeah. It's an opportunity to gift yourselves with heightened self-awareness, where you ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? Because your ability to then, once you discover why you're feeling like that, communicate it to your partner. Yeah. That just elevates the relationship even further. That actually I just miss you and wish you were here, and you know I've been lashing out because of that. So your ability to first introspect, become self-aware about that, then be vulnerable to communicate it. So it's a great opportunity. All those fights, we had fights. So all those fights are opportunities for you to actually build, because this long distance relationship is for you, not against you.
Yeah, and then after that, then you can deal with whatever the child is going through together.
If the child is going through anything.
He's not doing well in school.
Oh, the child's not doing well. Yeah, so you time zone. I'll train the child in the morning, you sleep, me and train.
Like that. Yeah. How did you guys handle lonely nights?
So me, I'll advise how I handle lonely life.
Lonely life. Why were you lonely?
Well,
you decided to be lonely. You decided to be alone.
Anyway, so I just...
But you had that friend, the girlfriend, and then you didn't. The friend who was a girl.
Yeah. So I worked and studied. So because the idle mind,
Martin had no time for nothing.
So I was doing full-time study. At night I was selling insurance. Yeah. During the weekend I was working as a gardener and a report writer, research assistant.
Yeah, you just got busy.
Like there was no time in church. On Sunday I was in church and then helped in church. Yeah. So literally Monday to Sunday,
busy.
I was busy. And also because I was trying to save up enough money to come
home,
and stuff like that. So I worked and literally I had no idle time for the 3 years I was there. And it was very intentional because I didn't need the time to
look at other women.
To look at other women and get tempted because loneliness can draw you.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, me too. Imagine I just like got busy doing things.
Kids wardrobe.
Yeah, I just got busy.
Do you remember?
Yeah. No, I don't remember. Oh my god. You know, last time you said silly woman on camera, somebody was like, well, that was uncalled for, my friend.
You want to go?
Calm down.
Relax.
Just relax. Yeah, so I just got busy and did things and went out with friends and I got busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the nights you just crying.
No, you're so busy, you're so sleepy, you sleep.
You just, when you hit the bed, you're already asleep. So did you know how long you were going to be? Yeah, but I think that's a very important, like if it's open-ended and you have no cutoff, that's not ideal.
So we knew it was going to be the 3-year course.
Yes.
Which informed, so in 2009 when I finished, of course I mentioned earlier I had the opportunity to work at Microsoft for a year. I even talked to Kitt about it. Yeah. And she was supportive. Yeah. But there was that so
yeah, because I'm like, I want to support you to do whatever it is that you want to do. Yeah. And I also want you back.
Yeah. So that's when I ended up starting business here, just so that I can have something to come back to. And I remember when I was after I didn't even wait for my graduation.
Imagine.
After I finished my exam, I got on a flight.
Literally out the door.
I was like, graduation, yeah? Though I came back, I went back for the graduation.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. And your mom, oh my goodness, his mom was like, you're mad.
Yeah.
You're mad. Why would you throw away
the opportunity to be in the UK
and work for Microsoft to go home and hustle?
And it's not that one is better than the other, it's just the one I chose.
Yeah.
And you focus on, if this is my path, I just have to make it work.
Yeah.
So in terms of how long we saw each other, or how often we saw each other and for how long, so I used to have summer holidays. It was about 3 months.
Yeah.
Was it July to September?
Yeah.
July
but you'd come for like 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So around July, August, September, around there. July and August would be the summer holidays.
Yeah.
So that's the time I used to work like crazy.
Yeah.
From August, from September to June, like a madman, buy my ticket. Then I'd come and my family was also here, my brother and sister. So I'd come every year during that period, and that's the time we'd get spent together.
Yeah.
Then I go back, repeat 9 months of
wash wrists,
of gardening and selling insurance and writing reports, and then studying full time.
Gardening. Yeah. You guys made it. Why wouldn't you recommend?
Yeah. So that's why I remember I changed my answer earlier.
My answer is still I would not recommend. Yeah.
I think you're traumatized.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Kitt is traumatized. Forgive her. She doesn't know what she's saying. But would I recommend it? Yeah, I think. Okay, thinking back, we had the pleasure of being very aware of what we wanted. So it's really when you don't have an option, you work with what you've got. You
work with what you've got.
Just like your parents. You can't make an application and say, God, sorry, you got it wrong.
I just need new parents. If you don't mind.
So if you've got the parents you've got, you make it work.
Yeah.
Because you are the ultimate person responsible for the result, right? So I think for us early on, even before I flew out, we both knew.
Yes.
So we then worked on each other to make it work. So fundamentally it worked for us.
And we worked with each other.
Yeah, we worked with each other, but primarily on each other. During those 3 years, we definitely didn't just grow older, we grew up. The person that I came back as and the person that she was very different. Because we grew up, my work ethic, I think, was built because I had to work so hard.
I get it.
Yeah.
Although I have to say, your work ethic was really, really good before.
Well, let me say it was practiced.
Yeah, so you were able to practice, but you were really, really good even before.
My ability to communicate with her was practiced during that time.
Yeah.
There were many things I found God during that time.
Yeah.
So there were many things personally for me. That was a really. I left a boy, I came back. Well, I left a man, I came back a greater man. So yeah.
I would still not recommend.
Yeah, good story.
Good story, bro.
Good story.
I would not recommend it if you are figuring out a relationship, if you're figuring out somebody, if you're testing to see, let's kick it for a while, but then somebody moves away. Do not do it.
If you're not sure.
If you are not sure this is the person you want to end up with for the rest of your life.
Can I give an analogy?
Don't do it, because the energy
is too much.
The energy investment is too much for it to not turn out.
Yes.
If it's gonna turn out and you're committed to it turning out, do it.
Yeah.
If you're just seeing if you can be somebody's boyfriend or whatever, somebody's girlfriend.
It's the same way, if you're offered a job in another country.
Yeah.
and there's no JD.
No.
You know, there's no offer letter.
Yeah.
It's just let me go there and see.
Come and see if we can work.
You would be crazy.
No, you would be crazy to go.
But if it's something you're really passionate about, you
Yes.
want that job,
Yes.
it's probably the opportunity you've been dying for a lifetime, which is the same when I met Kitt.
My darling.
So then, so if then now you fly out without you. In fact, people celebrate you as you go and fly out.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So there's no difference when it comes to your relationship.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, well done. Well said. Well said. Okay, so would you do long distance while married with kids?
So, me personally, Martin Kiarie,
You as you.
I would never not do long distance again.
We are together there.
I think
We
we've
go
done our share.
We go together.
We've done our share.
How can we figure this out?
Yeah,
We can.
We've done our share.
We have paid our
dues. So we would
figure out how to
we'd
just go
figure
together.
out, or we'd not go.
Or we'd not go.
Yeah.
We either go together or not.
Yeah, it's the path we've chosen.
I think we are. For now, let us just be together.
Yeah.
Yeah. The longest.
Afadhali tukosane hapa tukiwa pamoja.
The longest we've ever been apart is like a week.
Ever since I came back.
Yeah, like a week, 2 weeks. Yeah. Let us leave it at that, please. Do you think it would have been better or worse had we been sexually active?
During that period.
Yeah. Is there any way to answer that though?
So I don't know. I don't know. You see, yeah, it's very difficult to answer, and everyone's circumstance is different.
Yeah.
So we are just narrating what we went through. So please don't copy paste and say you see.
Yeah.
So I think because we weren't being sexually active in that period.
Yeah.
It was a situation of choosing each other, like you're not a means to an end.
Your partner is not
like
a
Kitt
means.
to me wasn't the means to sex. She wasn't a means to the end. Like my goal in this whole relationship is the sex.
Why are you shouting at these people? You're shouting at them.
So I think
you were not with me for sex.
No. like yeah. And you weren't with me for whatever is
sex,
financial security, sex, all those things.
Yeah.
So I think
I was with you for you, the entirety of you.
And that is what it allowed. In fact, weirdly, me, I was like, because I respected Kitt.
Yeah.
And I respected this relationship, and I've always taken marriage very seriously.
Yeah.
So I was like, it has to be you I choose.
Yeah.
And it has to be you. It can't be the idea I have of you. So I think during that period, very likely if we were in Kenya,
yeah,
it would have gone down very different.
Obviously.
Definitely. But the fact that we were pushed apart for so long, we got to choose each other, not for the result we want from each other, but for each other's sake. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And you?
Let's do. I think it would have been worse.
Yeah.
I think it would have definitely been worse. I feel like once I opened that door, it could never be closed again. And I think one of us would have cheated.
I think so.
I believe so.
What she's saying is, if she started, she wouldn't have stopped.
No, let me say it again. So last question. How did we handle the lack of physical intimacy?
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard. Hard. First thing.
Because you can't cuddle, you can't kiss, you can't hold each other.
Commit your brain to doing everything else that's productive.
Get busy.
Get busy so that you're too busy
and tired
to think about your lack thereof. And secondly, I just don't know. You know me. What I discovered during that period, Now they talk about this thing for men at especially of at
you can't
blue
go
balls. It even has name, blue balls, or you can.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there's nothing you can't do if you're committed.
If you're committed and disciplined.
Yes. Absolutely nothing. All these men are, women are, this is, that is a societal construct that is actually a limitation to what could be.
Yeah.
So, you just do.
Yeah.
So it was very hard. It was very hard. And now we can't get enough of each other.
It was hard.
It was hard.
Yeah.
But I'd say, deal with it the way you deal with it. There's no wrong or right way. Just deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the wrong way would be to go and get physical intimacy from somebody else.
Yeah, that's common sense, yeah.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, okay, the way you deal with it, together, deal with it.
Yes.
Just deal with it. Whatever works for you, whatever doesn't, just deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I hope we've helped you guys. Do you think we've helped?
I don't know. Can only hope.
We can only hope. I hope we've helped you guys if you're in a long distance relationships. Sorry. If you are planning to get into a long distance relationship also, sorry. Just see, is it worth it? Do you actually want to go down that path? It takes a lot of energy and commitment, and if you don't have it in you, quit while you're ahead.
And no one will
God
judge
bless,
you for quitting.
Yeah, God bless you for the relationships that you're in and the long distance that you are contending with. And yeah, that's it. Do you have anything else to add? All right, till next time. Bye.